it was, it was a good win for us. Nebraska is a team that obviously is struggling. We've been struggling also, and I thought, Doc Sadler and his staff, they do a good job. I know that. Hope everything works out with them. We're going to see them at another point in time next year. His first year in the Big Ten, I know can be a rude awakening as it was for any team or any coach that comes in this league. So, but we're really excited, happy for that we're able to send Ralph off with the win, and Trevor off with a win as well. So those kids have been very good for our program. Ralph's consistency and continuity. He's been the guy that's been with us the whole, all 4 years, and certainly, has gone to 2 postseason play. Unfortunately, things happen that happen for the team. It puts you in these situations where you're not at your best, and that's because of the loss of a player or an injury or a transfer. But through it all, he's been very, very positive and very consistent. So I appreciate that. And that's the coach. That's our fault. That's my fault. When we have people, we don't surround guys with the right people. There's nothing you can do about injuries, but I think there are other things that we can do. But again, through it all, I appreciate what he's done, and it's been it's always a treat and a thrill to coach guys that do the things you ask them to do, and on and off the court. I've always been able to sleep comfortably knowing that Ralph Sampson, I wasn't going to have any issues with him, and I knew he's going to come every day to work and do it the right way and do it to the best of his ability. So, and I love the coaching for quite a few more games, and I expect to be coaching for a few more games. And so I like this energy today. I like the entire team's energy. We came into the game needing a win, needing to break this 6-game slide, get off to 17-9 and get our 18th win. No one expects us to be 6-12, but those things happen in the league. So I'm, on a final note here at the barn, I think our fans saw a team that's upbeat and the future is bright, especially with the young guys that we're able to play. Again, today Chip played outstanding. I noticed his parents are in town, his dad's in town, and they had something to do with it. But he played well against Nebraska the last time we played. So maybe something about the system or the style of play. When they play up and down like that, and we're better suited. We're built that way. The guys were recruited to be an up and down type team. I thought went to zone, gave them some pressure, gave them some problems. But it's good, all good balance. When you get that type of balance scoring, 23 assists on 26 shots, you should win the game. Won the battle on the boards, so just took care of basketball. All the things that you have to do to win, we did today. Any questions?
Was that what you expect to see every game from Chip, be that energetic spark off the bench?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's struggled the last few games, and Joe has, but they both, that position is, they both, Chip is a 2 guard that really, he hasn't really shot the ball that well from outside, except in these 2 games. So he's a guy that gets the ball to the basket. Today, he made his free throws. He's a guy that struggled making free throws, but when you're on like that, and that helps. We haven't had that happen for us. And we haven't had a guy that could just get hot. I mean, in the last 6 to 8 games, we just can't remember, and that's what we need. We need when the team is not playing well, we need somebody to say, hey, my shot's going, I'm concentrating, I'm focused, I'm ready. Here I am, coach. Play me. Get on my back's team. I'm gonna play with energy. I'm gonna play with some enthusiasm, and that's what we need. And I was glad. I'm happy for Chip. I'm certainly happy for our team to get the win. But that's what we need. We need that from anybody that comes off the bench or anybody that's in the game.
If the finish games, you finally finish one well.
Yeah, well, then this kid was just supposed. Spencer went. He could really shoot the ball. Those threes he shot at the end. Yeah, it was been we did finish the game the right way, taking care of the ball. I thought we missed a couple of free throws down the stretch, but by and large, I thought we made. When you look at going 19 for 24, we'll take that every time. But I thought defensively, the guys were active and talking. We switched it up out. We stayed a lot with the zone, and I thought that was the key to because we were having trouble guarding them one-on-one and man-to-man. That's been one of our issues, we just struggle guarding people, in our man-to-man. And a lot of it has to do with youth, strength, just understanding how our defensive scheme works.
Tubby, of all the things that you've said your team did well today, rebounding, getting to the free throw line, shooting, turnovers, at least in the first half, communicating, is there any one of those that's particularly satisfying to you to see them do?
Assists, that's the greatest thing you can do is assist, not just assist for basket, but I thought they assisted each other defensively, but especially assist, that's it.
With Ralph, obviously, his parents here, or his dad here, his family here. He said before the game he was worried that he might be a little nervous. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he made everybody laugh. But you're guarding for that, but he overcome that, maybe nervousness, and he had a pretty good game.
Yeah, well, 35 minutes. He hadn't played 35 minutes all year. And one of the things, so I could see that he was energized. I'm always concerned about Ralph's stamina and his endurance. And today, he's playing against a kid that I thought he had a good size advantage on. And although Brandon Ubel was coming off a very good game, going 7 for 7 and having leading them in rebounding. So I thought Ralph really was aggressively trying to take the ball to the basket, and that's what we don't have to have out of him going forward in our next game. But I thought he he's been in a lot of games, and obviously when your parents show up like that, I know how. Remember my senior day, it was your gut is just, but the excitement and you're energized, and he came out with energy, and that was the best thing about it. He missed a couple of easy baskets, went in and out. By that I mean jumpers that he usually makes in practice. But overall, I thought he did what we needed him to do.
Tubby, do you think it's important for Rodney not just to score inside, but to actually get some dunks early in the game, just for energy and things for the team?
Well, I guess it helps him. It helps the team. It's 2 points. It's 2 points. You don't get any more for dunks than you do for a layup or open shot. So that's my whole thing. If you gotta get, because you're not gonna get that. It's most teams are gonna guard against that. They're gonna do some things. But I thought he moved well, attacked the basket, found the gaps. So when he plays like that, he's gonna get dunks. When he plays with that type of extraordinary extra energy, then the dunks will be there. You can't. There's a lot of teams that you're not gonna get to the basket on like that.
Have you thought, I know this game's just ending, but have you thought at all about your first Big Ten tournament matchup, whether you have a preference over Northwestern or Iowa?
No, I don't have a preference. I'm just happy to get the win today. And certainly we've had 2 losses. We split with Northwestern. We've had 2 losses against Iowa. We've got to play one of them, so that's how I look at it. We just got to be ready and prepared to go in there, and we'll get to that tomorrow. It really doesn't matter who it is.